It's become a staple for the government to exhibit at the European Parliament every year as an awareness-raising exercise and tie in this event with a series of meetings and events aimed at raising Gibraltar's profile in the political heart of the Union. This year, as part of the event, MEP Molly Scott Cato hosted a meeting of Europe's movers and shakers, mostly supporters of Gibraltar. In the presence of the UK's junior Brexit Minister Robin Walker, she said it was important to ensure that Spain's MEPs didn't get their way when lobbying for Gibraltar to be hindered during Brexit negotiations.
I mean, I'm sure I wasn't the only person that was sitting watching the television when the result from Gibraltar came in, and that 96% was extremely impressive. Sadly, the other results didn't quite reach that level, so we did sort of go downhill from there. But I think what Gibraltar have done with their very strong 96% support for the European Union is make a very strong claim on their right to be defended. They have shown their support for Europe, and in the negotiations and conversations to come, we must support them, and we must make sure that the European Union institutions support them.
In his address, the Deputy Chief Minister, Joseph Garcia, explains that Clause 24 of the European Council's negotiating guidelines effectively gives Spain a second opportunity to veto any deal applying to Gibraltar, something which was an affront to its people who had voted by a record margin to remain in the EU.
But Spain has not just the original veto that all member states will have on the deal between the UK and the European Union, but also a second additional veto on the application of that particular deal to Gibraltar. That is what Clause 24 does. It gives Spain almost a second bite at the cherry. And for us as a government, and we said it at the time, that was particularly shameful and an affront to the 96% of people who voted to remain in the European Union.
Dr. Garcia said both Gibraltar and the surrounding region of Spain had expressed a genuine intent to make a success of Brexit, but the border was a huge concern.
That paper refers to the rights of residents in the United Kingdom itself, and then it also mentions the rights in Gibraltar. We said at the beginning as a government that we took the view that there needed to be reciprocal rights and that we would honour the existing rights for the residents, for EU residents in Gibraltar going forward.
Dr. Garcia also said Mr. Walker's presence at the gathering was a demonstration of the strong links between Gibraltar and the UK and the intent to work together on Brexit.